Hello, welcome to the Aquarius 2019 Astrology. My name's Donna Page and thank you for joining me. Aquarius, this can be a very interesting year for you. We actually start the year off January 6th with a solar eclipse in Capricorn, the day that Uranus, your modern ruling planet, moves direct from Aries. It will be there for 2 more months before it goes into Taurus for the next 6.5 years. And the 2 months of Aries, it goes back to what we did or did not embrace the last 6.5 years, 7 years of finding ourselves in terms of doing exactly what we want to do according to our standards, according to our values, according to what we say, not necessarily what we were exposed to and thought was a good idea. So our own authentic self energy. And also that is so important to put self first, to be the best version of who you are at the moment in order to contribute to anybody else. So, and also the first 2 months of the year, the planets are all moving direct. So that can be a wave of tremendous amount. I want to do this, I want to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just a lot of energy moving. Now, on the 21st, we have the lunar eclipse in Leo-Aquarius. Of course, that's the sun goes into your birthday month. And that is the last of the Leo-Aquarius eclipses for 9 years. And that energy does go, the others and me, because it's a 7th first house energy. So do I have the balance in my life between contributing and embracing and being with others, doing what they want, versus having time for my own individual desires, needs, hobbies, etc.? Is that in balance? Do I feel that that's straightened out, all that's cool right now? Now, also, the main tension this particular 2019 is between an exact square we have with Jupiter and Neptune. Jupiter is in its ruling sign in Sagittarius, Neptune is in its ruling sign in Pisces. That means, and Jupiter is a traditional ruler of Pisces. That means that whenever the planets are in their rulership, they're strong to be able to do what they want to do, right? There's no limitations. And Jupiter and Neptune want creativity, do not want to be limited, do not want to be realistic, like Saturn and Pluto, and that's where the duality happens. Saturn's in its rulership in Capricorn, Pluto's in Capricorn, coming up to this exact conjunction in 2020, but it's very, very close, and we'll feel that energy about some change on the planet. Change needs to happen, out with the old, responsibility. If you have not been playing by the rules, you'll get caught. If you have been like corporations, if they have been not living up to ethical standards, the house of cards falling down. So, but the Capricorn energy is very earthbound. It deals with, well, what's real, right? Is that practical? Is that realistic? But the Jupiter-Neptune does not care about that. Jupiter-Neptune says one must imagine things, be creative, live in that world of the imagination before you bring it down to the material world. And that the energy between those two places for you is playing out in the solar houses in your chart between friendships and your own personal resources, money, but your own talents. So it's saying, do not limit yourself. This is something about dreaming big, being very creative in your personal resources. Jupiter is where opportunities happen. Opportunities with friendships, expanding friendships, being able to go on trips with friends, being able to go visit friends. And Jupiter will be the strongest when it stations in April So you might have friends visiting you, or you might decide to visit friends or make some plans or just meet new people. And they can bring wisdom. Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius is about wisdom. You might go someplace in terms of a retreat, in terms of a seminar, in terms of a course, with or without a friend, that brings more wisdom and more knowledge, and you just share that with each other. And the Neptune in the second house of finances says that the foundation of your financial wealth is from the spirit. Now, yes, Saturn and Pluto are arguing that point, but there's something about trusting, or not necessarily trusting, but connecting with the side of that you don't have to suffer so much in terms of having the things that you want. That there's something about, sometimes if you just, it's more than belief. It's about being able to tap into a part of the universe that creates on that other side before it brings into the manifest into the worldly side, like asking you will receive type of, Abraham Hicks material, creative visualization material, just to feel that abundance in your life, just to have that vibration, and then allow it to manifest, allow it to come into place. So the eclipses in the summertime, July 2nd, the solar eclipse in Cancer is in your 6th house of the daily routine. It is saying just keep your daily routine really strong, or your routine of life. That is your work life, your health life, your, just that routine, and keep it in a way that's supportive of you and functioning for you. And because it is in the sign of Cancer, it could have to do with your food intake, just where you are nurtured. Where are you nurtured? And make sure that in your daily life, your routine of life, whether it's weekly, monthly, or every day, that you have something that you feel feeds you, nurtures you. It doesn't have to necessarily be food, but food is one of the things that sustains us. But what nurtures you? And Venus this year, she spends the first part of the year as what's called a morning star. She's at her greatest elongation, January 6th, on that powerful eclipse day, and which means she's the farthest away from the sun and very brilliant in the sky, but she's brilliant before the sun rises, the morning. And the morning energy of Venus is about, Venus is what we love, what we desire, what we value. And the morning star energy is about taking action, being able to go after it. She becomes invisible, close to the sun, so you can't see her in July, makes a conjunction with the sun August 14th, and then emerges as an evening star at the end of September, where you will see her after the sun sets. And that is a time when what we have gone after, put into place, the energy is about receiving it, coming to us. Now, the one of the other factors that is going on is that Black Moon Lilith, which is a concept of sometimes feeling ostracized because we refused to be subjugated to somebody else's way of life, starts the year off in Aquarius. So it's like that sense of, no, I'm not going to, just because you say this is the way to play the game doesn't mean I'm going to buy into it. But she spends most of the year in Pisces. And so she spends most of the year in your 2nd house of your own talents, developing your talents. So develop them in your own way. So somebody says like, oh, how you learn this is you take that course. Well, do it your own way, find your own way of doing that. And then she ends up at the end of the year in Aries, where Chiron will be. And that's your 3rd house of communication and what you can share with others, and and that's an action-oriented thing, is that you can be very bold. So there's this boldness that comes out of this at the end of the year. So again, thank you very much for joining me, and have a very beautiful, fulfilled, and happy New Year.